Burlington, Iowa's John Weingard was interested in technology and their inner workings at a young age. When in just 7th grade, he constructed a one-tube radio. Tinkering soon became a full-time hobby as he would build radios for people in his free time. The knack for radio building continued as John worked as a radio repair apprentice after he graduated high school in 1939. He moved around some over the years, but always continued to work with radios and communications training, including training in the U.S. Army Air Corps during World War II. John eventually settled back in Burlington. The year was 1948, and television was a rapidly emerging medium. John soon began making his own TV antennas. They were the Yagi design. John updated this design by increasing the antenna's bandwidth. With the high demand and request for this new item, John and his friend John Wells formed the Wells Weingard Company so they could sell their antennas.
He had such a keen interest in all facets of the business. Over the years, I've corrected more people who said, well, John was a great engineer, but they don't realize he was great at all other areas of the business, and that's what fascinated me. He knew what he wanted, and he knew how to go about doing it.
In 1952, John developed the first antenna that was capable of receiving more than one channel. A year later, this new antenna hit the market, and the demand for antennas became so high that the company's production was more than a month behind schedule. In 1954, John bought out his partner, and the highly successful Weingard Company was born. John was beyond prosperous over the next several years, as he was one of the first in the industry to market antennas nationally. He ran a full-page ad in Life magazine, setting a precedent for consumer advertising. Ads were run in many other popular magazines as well, including Science Digest. The company was one of 4 leading the industry, and their 30 different available antenna models grew to 156. The governor at the time presented John Weingard with the Outstanding Industrial Growth Award in 1956, commending John for his contribution to the electronics industry and his services to the state of Iowa. Weingard proved to be an innovative businessman, from designing antennas to progressive marketing. He also knew customers were the key to his business, and customer service became a byword at Weingard long before it became a buzzword to American business.
I think to him it was you do it a day at a time. You stick with the job, you have a mission to improve TV reception. That was our goal at the time. We wanted to show people that we could give them good TV reception. And we did everything we could to attract the customers to this.
Under the leadership of John, the company continually grew and kept up with the trends. A plethora of awards were also given to John and the company, including the Iowa's Outstanding Businessman Award and the Recognition of Service Award, which was given for contributions made to the Apollo 11 space mission. After putting in years of hard work, dedication, and brilliance, John knew it was time to retire. His business-savvy son, Randy, then took over the company. Randy knew about the importance of hard work and learning from others. After attending the University of Iowa, he was given authority over a hotel complex near his house. He admits that it was a learning process and that he made a lot of mistakes, but he constantly listened to good, knowledgeable people and learned all that he could. He's continued this listening and learning into his ventures with the Weingard Company.
He was exposed to all facets of the business, but I think as Randy matured and kept hearing his dad and seeing his dad and the example that was set, I think he just set a course for Randy where I've got to keep this going. I mean, his love and his admiration and respect for his father and what he had done, how dare he not continue that? And I think that was the spirit of the thing. And I think that got me going and everybody else that worked here. Randy just picked up the ball and went with it. I mean, it wasn't like, well, Dad's gone. Dad was not gone. His son was here carrying on that same idea and that same enthusiasm and being open with people.
Prior to Randy taking the helm, the company was solely invested in designing and manufacturing traditional, over-the-air residential TV antennas, mounts, and accessories. In the 90s, Weingard Company expanded the scope of their products by manufacturing satellite TV reception equipment for the RV market and the home satellite market. This paved the way for trucking, automotive, tailgating, medical, and military markets, not just in the U.S., but abroad.
I truly believe he is a visionary. He sees things that I would say, "Are you sure about that?" And he'd say, "Sure, I believe we can do this."
The Winegard Company is now a multi-million-dollar business that has designed more than 1,000 different antenna models with more than 80 U.S. patents granted. Randy has successfully grown a TV antenna company that his brilliant father started into a leader in satellite technology and receiver equipment. With Randy's leadership, he and the company have continually been given countless awards over the years. Not all have been for their brilliant antenna designs. For example, in the fall of 2011, Winegard Company received a Wellness in the Workplace Gold Award by the Wellness Council of America. This prestigious award recognized the Winegard commitment to creating a supportive environment for wellness in the workplace and beyond. It was important to Randy to keep his employees happy and to keep his business in his hometown of Burlington.
And I know I've had a lot of people ask me, why does he keep doing things for Burlington? He could easily just go to Arizona, where he has a home, and stay there and forget about it. He cares too much about this and for all the people that have worked here for a lot of tenure in this company.
Randy also understands the importance of rewarding his employees and showing them how much he appreciates their hard work.
He shares the profits with the employees, not only in a profit-sharing plan, but on a quarterly plan where we make profits. He feels like people feel like they have skin in the game, they're going to be rewarded, and that works.
Randy's passion for his work has allowed him to be an incredibly successful entrepreneur. He transformed from a great follower of his father's footsteps into a full-blown leader. He's also launched a successful golf course, numerous real estate developments, restaurants, hotels, and entertainment venues. Randy believes that a leader is someone who is humble, teachable, a listener, and fair. He believes in rewarding his best people and trusting in good management.
He wants people to be treated right. He wants his company to treat his employees right. But then he wants those people to, in turn, treat their own peers the same way.
These beliefs are some of the reasons that he is such an effective businessman. Under the direction of Randy Winegard, the future of television and communication products at Winegard is infinite, and they're in it for the long haul. Although John Winegard died in February of 2002, his dream of making Burlington, Iowa an attractive place to live and do business did not.
I know friends of mine that over the years are amazed at what Winegard Company has done. I mean, I'm amazed. I was there, but I'm still amazed. I think it's great. But I think the lesson to people listening to us is this can happen with anybody if you have that desire and that love and that intent to go out and do better than the other people and be respectful of the people you're doing it with. And that was the experience I had.
John passed the torch and his company to Randy, who is a dedicated husband and father of 2 young daughters. He continues the quest for continual community improvement and corporate growth. It's a Winegard family tradition, and they plan to keep it that way. Congratulations, John and Randy Winegard, 2016 inductees into the Iowa Business Hall of Fame.